That Iran is pushing back against Trump's claim that Strait of Hormuz has returned to its previous status and that an agreement is nearly finalized. According to Fars news agency, while Iran has agreed to allow the number of passing ships to return to pre-war levels, this does not mean a full return to free passage as it existed before the conflict. Fars reports that management of the strait, including determination of routes, timing, manner of passage and issuance of permits, will continue to remain exclusively under the authority and oversight of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Iranian news agency says Trump's announcement on Truth Social diverges from the current reality on the ground. Aditya, of course, even as Trump is saying a deal is near finalizing, Tehran is calling it a propaganda. Tehran is saying it's anything but true. What is the conflict?
Well, absolutely. These are some of the contradictory statements that are coming from President Trump and the IRGC. Now, majorly the IRGC is calling shots in Iran, and they want that this tolling system, as we just mentioned, that this tolling system should again restart, should start now, that all the ships that are passed through the Strait of Hormuz would be required to pay a toll fees to the IRGC. And Trump and Rubio, the US Secretary of State, who is in India tour, made an India tour, have said in the past that if this tolling system, if IRGC initiates this tolling system in the Strait of Hormuz, then a deal between US and Iran is absolutely impossible. So clearly at this juncture, there are conflicting terms regarding this, and it needs to be seen whether a practical solution arrives for solving this Middle East escalation once and for all or not. This needs to be seen. Pity.
Right, Aditya. Viewers, in fact, details are emerging on the proposed US-Iran deal. According to sources, the framework includes several major points aimed at ending the ongoing conflict. The war ends on all fronts, including Lebanon. Several $1 billion in frozen Iranian assets will be unlocked. The US blockade is lifted and the Strait of Hormuz reopens for shipping. US forces in areas near Iran will withdraw. Both sides will have 30 days to finalize a separate deal on the nuclear issue. Aditya, some of the big sticking points are apparently going to be resolved as per the details that we are picking up, including the unfreezing of Iranian assets and the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. But till the time Iran also accedes to these details, what is one to know?
Well, absolutely, Kriti. At this juncture, there are some reports, emerging, which say that the U.S. might, in a phased manner, might unfroze the assets, the Iranian assets, that have been frozen for quite several years now due to these crippling sanctions. But still, due to these crippling sanctions, Iran for years has now, managed to run its economy, and now there are some reports that the U.S. might unfroze some of the assets in a phased manner. But however, at this juncture, still disagreements exist between the Iranian regime and the Americans, and definitely because all of the major, point of conflict that is coming to the fore for a possible deal between Iran and US is that the nuclear enrichment issue. Iran wants that that US should remove its naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. So completely, it's a deadlock. We are seeing that is coming to the fore, and it needs to be seen whether there is a permanent solution to all the issues that the US and Iran are facing, or this conflict will continue as it is going at this juncture.